All right, we are at the Cascade Locks hiking trail for the PCT, and we had to run across the road and get some paper clips at the Best Western to fix our phone. We got restrooms here, and it costs $5 to park here, or you have your park pass, which we have. So you have to take the exit like you're crossing the Bridge of the Gods to get to this parking lot. And if it's full, you just park by the Best Western, basically. Alright, we just crossed the road. It's right by the entrance to the Bridge of the Gods where you pay. And here's the Pacific Crest Trail sign, our Gorge Trail 400. And we are entering a burn area. Loose rocks, falling trees and limbs, flash flooding and debris flows. But should be a fun hike. I mean, we're on the Pacific Crest Trail. That's always fun. Going south in Oregon from the Columbia River. And that's where we parked, right over there. Yeah, we had to get our, like I said earlier, our paper clips to get our SIM card out of our phone to reset it. And the lady at the Best Western gave us a big paper clip and a little one. She was very nice. Otherwise we couldn't have opened it. So always carry paper clips in your car. Never know when you need to fix your SIM card. Wow, this is neat. So the first 2 or 3 miles isn't very steep, and then it's going to get harder. So I had no idea this lot existed. You can go on the Gorge Trail to the west, and I think that goes to the bike path. And it's a big parking lot, and there's spots here. And we are getting on the Pacific Crest Trail. And the Gorge Trail goes east also. There it is. Oh, so we could have parked up top, but there's no bathroom up here is the thing. And we were happy to have a bathroom like always. Flush toilets and everything. Sink to wash your hands is always nice. Alright, we are back on the PCT. And it is probably 65 already. Almost lunchtime. So we're about 1.5 miles in, and maybe 550 feet up now. You see the Columbia River down there way below. And so far, we haven't really been in a bad burn area. It's been pretty shady. Talked to a ranger. She was very happy to be out here. Said we were well prepared. And that there was poison oak up ahead. Wow, there's something way down there. That's a long way down. Might be water. I thought it was a structure or something. Yeah, everyone keeps saying how nice the waterfall is, so we're gonna have to try and go there for sure on the way back down. I wonder if it's a 2/10 of a mile detour maybe. I don't think it's horribly far. We'll find out when we get to the sign. So come July, August, this section will be full of Pacific Crest Trail hikers. Alright, so we're in the flat section. It started around 1.25 miles. I wonder if it goes for 1 mile too. It might go for 2 miles, which would be nice. We'll get some miles in. Yeah, we were just talking how we want to hike on the Pacific Crest Trail now. I want to do all of Oregon just hiking south. anytime you're on the trail, you do just want to hike it. It's kind of funny how that happens. Oh, this is so neat. Ah, this is our first bridge. So that, I believe, is how you get to Dry Falls. Up that trail. We're gonna keep going. So we went 2.1 miles. Wow. There's someone camping over there. It's our first bridge. Cool bridge. And I almost wonder if that's a homeless person. There's a lot of stuff over there. Nice spot if it is. Oh, that is neat. Some people have made little rock pools so you can sit in them in the summer, probably when it's really hot. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I think we are relatively flat for the next 1.5 to 2 miles, which is awesome. We'll find out. So we might, I figured out, do a partial loop and we can walk back 3 miles roughly on the Gorge Trail. Because at some point there's a connector trail between that and the PCT. I mean, we're doing something different. You can see how it's definitely drier here. There's not hardly any moss like in Washington, where we've been hiking. And you can see how the fire came through here and just burned the bottom, gosh, maybe 10-20 feet of the trees, which is good. I'm glad it didn't kill these trees. Get to the top. So all the orange reddish flowers are columbine. And then we don't know what all the little white ones are. Not sure. These guys. So at some point we're going to go up there on the ridge, and it looks like there was more devastation. You see a lot of blue sky. All right, here's a good spot to look at Washington across the gorge. Kind of a rocky area here. One of our better views though so far. You can barely see the river through the trees in the middle. If you have a big TV, you might see it. So we're seeing the town on the other side of the Columbia River. And I think that's White Salmon, and whatever town is below White Salmon is way farther down. I don't know what town that is actually. We're looking across from Cascade Locks. So forget what I said about White Salmon. White Salmon is down by, or wait, I'm getting confused now. I thought White Salmon is more down by Hood River. Yeah, it is. I don't know what that is across from Cascade Locks. I'll have to look that up. It's a really good view though. Haven't been down here enough in the last year. But nice to get out of these rocks. All kinds of interesting ground cover though. I mean, look at that. And these little purple flowers. Pretty neat. And this, we think that's poison oak. All over the place in the sun. If you know what poison oak looks like, verify that. Oh, jeez. Too many rocks. All right, I'm gonna put this away for a bit. All right, this is an even better viewpoint. Look at that cliff face across the river straight ahead. That is cool. I'm trying to figure out the geography of this and where the PCT goes. And I wonder if that might be, there's a road that goes north from whatever town that is, and in 2.5 days you hit it on the PCT. So if that's true, the PCT goes up and around those big peaks in front of us. Yeah, I need to look at my map again when I get a chance. So in the summer it's like 90 degrees here, sometimes 100 when you're hiking. I could not imagine that. I mean, today it's 65, 70, and I wouldn't want it to be any hotter. Oh, this is a cool camp spot, and I know Pacific Crest Trail people probably made it. It's got a little place for your tent, a little fire pit, very cozy looking. And this might be the drainage area where we start coming up, and we're gonna take the trail going down to the Gorge Trail from here when we're done. And I wonder if it's the Herman Trail. I think that's it. We went, oh gosh, I think we're at 3.5 miles. I'll have to check soon. Oh, that is so neat. Yeah, you see the fire came through and burned that. It is warm though. Feels like it's 70 degrees now. Should be a waterfall coming up. The Pacific Crest Falls, it's called. Oh yeah, that's a long way down. That's gonna, there's a lot of switchbacks is all I know when you look at the map. Which is good, because switchbacks means it's usually not terribly steep. It's manageable. Wow, there's some tall peaks in front of us. So look at those two conical rock formations in front of us. It's got to be like part of an old volcano or something in the middle. Really interesting looking. So we're getting close to the Pacific Crest Falls. And we're gonna, oh, there's a trail that goes over here. I don't want to walk in that rock. Do you want to walk in that rock and see these things? I'm close enough. I don't want to twist my ankle in that, but I'll wait for you if you want to. Yeah, I don't like walking in rocks like that. Not yet, at least. Happy with these rocks that don't move. Oh, at least we're back in the shade a little bit. So this area has been burned a little more than what we've been walking through. Trees have a lot more damage. There's more dead ones. Definitely more wood down. Yeah, trail is very rocky in this area though. Wow. So at some point the PCT basically goes up to that, around those cliffs somehow, probably through the drainage area. These are wild roses. Oh, that's a good one right here. Like that. I like that rock. Alright. Yeah, we gotta be getting close to the waterfall. Oh, so there's the Pacific Crest Falls. It's a double fall. The lower one is kind of blocked by that tree. I'll try and get it. I'll go stand over here. That's looking down the creek. Oh, there you go. Pretty good. Oh, that is cool. You could drink this water. That is neat. Not a ton of water, but enough to be interesting. Ah, you can't see it from over here. This is neat though, I like this. So that is where we came from. So there's really not a good place to eat here. We were possibly gonna eat here, but we'll find a spot. We had a little snack just like 5 minutes ago. But I think we're within half a mile of the junction, and we either keep going up the Pacific Crest Trail or we're gonna go down to the gorge and do our loop. We'll see how many miles we went. We really want to hike tomorrow, so I'm trying to keep it 10 to 12 miles. Now, if this was our first hike of the week, I would be like, oh, I would keep going on the PCT. It is really rocky here. All right, here's another viewpoint. This is a really fun trail. So the guy way at the front has two little dogs, and their little tails are wagging and feet are just going as fast as they can. And he said they walk most of the way. Their feet can't be more than 6 or 8 inches long, their legs. But yeah, he said he tried to do it's Wapham Lake. He said he tried to do it a few weeks ago, and there's just trees down on the trail everywhere. And that's the PCT, so hopefully they fixed it by now. But so there's also snow higher up, he said. So we might definitely not try and go higher and save that for in a month or so. It would be fun to come here to do trail magic. I don't want to do that. That is such a good view. I love it. So I think when you look straight off in the distance, that high peak in Washington, I think that's the, what do they call it? The Indian Hills or Indian Heaven or something. Indian something. And it's very high up. And there's lots of lakes and you hike through it on the Pacific Crest Trail. Yeah, this is neat. Yeah, we're gonna learn all the side roads to do the Pacific Crest Trail in Oregon this year. That's my goal. Oh, is that a big? That's the big paddle boat I think out there that runs out of Cascade Locks. It's a sightseeing paddle boat. That is neat. All right, we're at 5.1 miles. We just got off the Pacific Crest Trail. We're on the Herman Bridge Trail. We're gonna go basically back to the gorge. We will do more of the PCT another day, but I think we'll get 10-12 miles in. We don't want to overdo it today because one, it's still a long way back to the car from here, and if we were to go up the PCT more, we'd have a long way to get back to the car. And 14 miles wore us out 2 days ago, so we're trying to not do that again. I don't want a mutiny on my hands. So we are gonna look for a good log to eat on now. Yeah, this is I can't believe we just did 5 miles on the Pacific Crest Trail. It seemed like nothing. It is neat. Such a fun trail. So we passed a guy, our guy passed us and said he tried to keep going on the PCT a few weeks ago, and there's a ton of trees down and there's snow higher up yet. So we don't even know how far it is before you run into down trees, and we definitely don't want to deal with that. Hopefully they clear them soon. I'm sure they will before the hikers come through. But I will turn this on when we get something cool again. And watch my footing. Oh, the breeze feels good. We're getting a breeze off of the river now. Feels really good. All right, we're in a more severe fire area. You can see all the, I would say about a third of the trees maybe died. Maybe half if I'm not seeing the stuff that fell down already. It's been 7 years since the Eagle Creek fire, I think it's called. So the ranger, we talked about that, and she said that the kid that set it with the legal firework is doing community service and stuff still. He had to have had a fine too, I hope. And you can see all of the understory stuff is not really natural anymore, just being taken over by ground cover things, and probably make it harder for the trees to come back. I'm not really sure though. There's no ferns. Alright, so we are on the lookout for a log or a rock to make lunch. We're gonna boil, I'm not sure, we might try mac and cheese possibly today and see how well that works, because we have a lot of fuel today. And you're supposed to boil the water like 5 or 10 minutes with that. I'm really curious as to if that will work. Oh, it's still neat though. But I was trying to show you our lunch better today. Wow, we just found a cool bridge over a big river. Now we're gonna look for a place to eat. Wow, that is neat. That's a river. I wonder what river this is. It's bigger than the Multnomah Falls River. There's got to be a waterfall at the bottom of it. Alright, here's looking downstream. And I think I see a big rock over here we can eat at. Could sit here, maybe. Or oh, that rock is not good. Yeah, I think we're sitting on the ground here. That's all right. We could sit on the bridge abutment. This little wall. Oh! We could actually go down to the water. I'm gonna see if I can walk down there. Alright, we are under the bridge. There's the bridge. And we're gonna make our lunch here. This is really nice. So basically we had sat down to eat and these two older couples passed us and told us about this, and we're like, yeah, we gotta come here to eat. This is way cool. We can almost sit on that rock. I don't want to be in the sun now. Alright, time to get our cook on. So this rock has a nice little seat right there I'm sitting on. And then there's our jet boil. We're having mac and cheese today. Cheesy cheddar. So it says to lightly boil for 10 minutes. So we're going to see if it really takes 10 minutes. Because if you're hiking on the trail, that's a long time to be using your gas, unless you want to carry a lot of gas. But there's some more views of the river. I gotta find out what river this is. It's by Cascade Locks on the eastern side. Oh, it'd be fun to go in there in the summer when the flow is not so high and it's hot out. All this water is coming off of Mount Hood, I bet, basically. One of the many creeks, probably. It is so clear. Our mac and cheese is lightly boiling for 10 minutes. It took me a while to adjust the flame rate. It started to boil over at one point. It doesn't take much to keep this boiling with this jet boil. You practically turn it off once the water is boiling. Alright, here's our mac and cheese. So I forgot to bring the tuna. So next time we have goat milk powder, and we'll put tuna in it also. It's actually pretty good. Then it'll be even better. But it's fun eating by the river. Lunch is over. And this is the kind of trail I like. Lots of duff on it. No rocks. No roots. But we are headed back down toward the Columbia River at the moment. Then we're going to turn west and go back to the car on the Gorge Trail. And I just saw a snake on the trail back there going up that hill. Scared the you-know-what out of me. He was his length was about the width of the trail. He was kind of skinny, so it wasn't a giant snake. No idea what kind of snake it was though. He didn't get away though right away. He kind of sat there for 3, 4, 5 seconds and then slithered off. Oh, and we have ferns finally. Nice. Wow, you can hear the trains that run through the gorge. All right, we climbed out of that river valley where we ate lunch. You can see all the dead trees in the distance from the fire. And then over there, we basically walked along the base of that cliff, or the mountain I should say. I think I see the trail potentially. There's no way the camera will pick it up. It's pretty neat though. And we are going back in the shade. Yeah, this is a very scenic trail. We're gonna get a great view of the river soon. Alright, so this is the Gorge Trail. It basically follows the power lines going back. I would not recommend doing this. Unfortunately, we did not know. And it's our only option right now. It looks like it's in the shade a little bit, but we will see. This is not the type of hiking I like doing along power lines. Sometimes you gotta do it though. So here's the power line access road we're walking on. The Gorge Trail, supposedly. You can see the freeway down there, I-84, and Cascade Locks on the other side of it. Oh, that is neat. Wow, so this is the river we ate lunch at in Cascade Locks, and that is I-84 bridge. And we're walking across this bridge. See the other side. So we think we're just gonna road walk back to town on this frontage road, because if you get on the trail you got to go up, 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 and then down again, and we don't want to do that. Plus you're just following the power lines. But I don't want to walk on that side and be trapped from oncoming traffic, so we are walking on normally what you say the wrong side of the road, but I got a lot more room to get out of the way if cars come. Yeah, do not try to do this as a loop. It's not really a trail. So I'm looking for where you go back into the into the woods to the access road, and I will let you know when I find that. We are still road walking. We're about ready to go under the freeway and into Cascade Locks, and hopefully walk on some sidewalks soon. Yeah, this was an epic failure. Thinking this was a loop trail. There is no gorge trail. I don't care what shows up on your map or what the signs say. There's no gorge trail through Cascade Locks. You got the PCT. You go in on it, you go out on it. If you start at the Bridge of the Gods. Ah, what a bummer. Sometimes though, like not everything always works out, unfortunately, when you try to do some new hikes and you use your phone. Now if I had a guidebook and I couldn't find this trail, then I would have known. But because I saw a trail on my phone, I thought it was something. It just isn't. If someone walked it once, it mapped it, and that's it. And I thought I saw signs though, but I won't harp on this anymore. It was still a fun day. Can't complain. We are in Cascade Locks and we have a sidewalk now, but there's the Sternwheeler Cruises. They have a city, a gift shop and museum and waterfront grill. So we have like a mile back to the car, but we're gonna stop and get some food or drink, or at least drink. So, whoa. So there's a marine park there. Oh, they have an RV park there actually. All right, we are in Cascade Locks. They have 2 gas stations and some restaurants that are really busy. No fast food places here. I forgot about that. So there's nothing quick if you're hungry. It's a nice roadie. It's a busy town right now. Oh, this is a place that has bikes. You can rent a turn bike and see if you like it here. Bike the Gorge is the shop's name. I was gonna do that, but I'm not getting any bike now.